to my channel and welcome to this week's vlog. I am Ashley if you are new. And if you are new, please go ahead and stop what you're doing. Do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button as well as that notifications bell so that you and I can become acquainted and so we can do things like this on the regular, of course. So y'all already know we talk about the things over here on this channel. And y'all know I live in Atlanta. So with that being said, of course, you know we have to talk about Young Thug. But Young Thug, when I tell you he has dominated, between him and maybe Cardi a little bit this week, they have dominated everybody's timeline for the most part. Which is good because there's so many other things going on that we cannot control. It's good to have these interesting distractions, we'll just say that. So anyway, so if you have not seen what's going on with Young Thug this week, let me tell you. Let me give you a brief synopsis. I'm gonna try to keep it brief. When I get to talking to y'all, I'll be talking. So anyway, of course, Young Thug recently got out of jail. He took a plea deal. He was on trial for conspiracy, for RICO, etc., attempted everything, right? However, he took a plea. He was able to get out of jail a couple of months ago. So recently, well, I will say this, I think it was before he got out of jail, or it might have been after he got out of jail, his calls start leaking. So as you guys know, even if you've never been in jail, something tells me that y'all have never been to jail before. Something tells me that you've never had to make a call from jail before. However, even we civilians know that the calls are recorded when you are talking on the phone in jail. I think we all know that. You don't have to be a criminal to know that. Most civilians, I would say, and 99% of people probably are aware that. Not only are you aware of that, I'm pretty confident they say that as soon as you get on the call. So there's that. So I would say a couple of months ago, his calls started leaking, and there was a specific call. Not only was his calls leaking, girl, I'm talking about the video calls. Like, because I guess if you go see them in jail and you go do a visit, it's a video conference, and they even was leaking that, showing that it was girls other than his girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist, going to see him. They were leaking the conversations where he was talking about how she loves him too much and he's scared of that because he know that he be dealing with other chicks. So that leaked a couple of months ago. More recently this week, other calls started leaking. There's so much. He's the biggest chatty patty I have ever heard of. But if you know men, you know how you be pillow talking with your man. So you know it's not like, I know a lot of people think that men don't chat or don't gossip, but they most certainly do. And like I said, if you ever had a man before, you know how y'all be pillow talking. So anyway, so there has been so many calls. It seems like on a daily for the past week, if not a couple of, like at least one or two calls have been getting released. So there has been, basically on the call, he's just talking shit about everybody. He's talking about Gucci Mane, saying that Gucci Mane is now soft after he came out of jail. And this is the reason why he's associating himself with QCP, who is a record label owner here in Atlanta, because allegedly he was a rat. And the fact that Gucci, who is a certified unaliver, if you know, you know, the fact that he still associates himself with a rat, it's more so because Gucci is soft now that he has come out of jail. So there was that. That was a conversation. He also was talking about, there's been so much stuff. He's talking about Lil Durk, and I don't really know a lot about Durk, but he basically is talking about how he's been shady to him and he hasn't really been coming through with the features because he was putting out music. Thug was putting out features or putting out music when he was in jail. So Lil Durk, who's supposed to be his friend, he was basically talking about how he don't see it for the boy no more because he's not delivering his features in a timely fashion. So there was that. He's on the phone. It's either he's on the phone with like his manager in a lot of the calls, or he's on the phone with Mariah the Scientist, his girlfriend, or on one of the initial calls, he was on the phone with 21 Savage. So as he's on the phone with 21 Savage, they're basically talking about Gunna. Gunna is also a rapper who was signed to Young Thug's record label, and he also was initially got arrested as a part of the indictment, but he took a plea, an Alford plea as they call it, and he was able to get out of jail. Now, of course, since that happened, a video was leaked of him in the courtroom basically agreeing that YSL is indeed a gang. So because he took a plea, because he was on the video saying to the whoever, the DA or whatever, that he was just agreeing to them that YSL was a gang, of course a lot of people start calling him a rat. And then Thug, who is the leader of said organization, he doubled down. Not only did he double down, he more so quadrupled down on people calling Gunna a rat. And he basically was trying to I can't get the word out. He basically was trying to ostracize him, girl. Or whatever, not only to, like, you know, the general public, but also to people in the music industry. So on one of the initial calls that was leaked this week is him on the phone with 21 Savage, and he's basically complaining to 21, talking about how Gunna broke his heart by ratting and by him agreeing that YSL is a gang. That's what gave them the RICO, but in reality they got arrested because that was the case, that was already being built. It did not have anything to do with the plea that Gunna took. Not only that, Gunna wasn't the only person that took the plea. Another person that took the plea was Thug's actual brother. Now he didn't come. And then on the phone call with 21 Savage, 21 is like, okay, well, your brother took the plea too. And he like, yeah, he did. And then he's like, well, he's telling people, he was like, did you tell him to take the plea? Thug says, no, he didn't tell him that. And he's like, well, he's on the street telling people that you told him to take the plea. See, 21 essentially is like, okay, well, why are you upset with Gunna about the same plea that your brother took? And why aren't you calling your brother a rat? Why are you calling Gunna a rat? And so Thug is like, no, I didn't tell my brother to take the plea. That's cap. A day later, after this call was leaked, he tweeted that he did tell his brother to take the plea. So essentially saying that he lied on the phone to 21 Savage, saying, yes, I did tell my brother to take the plea because I didn't want he just came home from a 12-year bid, and he didn't want his mother going through this, having 2 sons that are on trial for RICO. So he lied to his friend, basically. So he's just on the phone telling 21 how Gunna is such a rat and how he broke his heart and how he's the only person in the world that he hates. Like, he's the only person in the world that I just hate so much. Come to find out. And so 21 is telling him, I don't think he did this on purpose. I just think that he's a civilian, essentially. And I don't think he did it to spite you. I think he just did what was in his best interest for the most part. So he was basically taken up for him. See, 21 Savage has his own mind. He's not a follower. He basically was calling him out on the phone call to shit that he didn't agree with. He was also saying that he doesn't agree with Lil Baby and with Dirk by basically doubling down and saying that Gunna is a snitch as well, because he's basically saying that they jumped the gun before Thug even came out and said, oh, I don't see it for Gunna anymore. They basically were already pretty much labeling him as a rat in the street before they got the word from the man he was supposed to be ratting on. So basically, 21 was not necessarily checking Thug, but he basically was like, yeah, I don't agree with none of that stuff that y'all were doing. So I thought that was really good, that he's a man of his own mind. So in addition to so many phone calls. So that phone call came out. There was a phone call that came out yesterday, which is not funny, where he was saying Glorilla was ugly. So he's on the call with Mariah the Scientist, and he just brings Glorilla up out of nowhere and just starts talking about that girl Glorilla, she ugly as F, and she got a long nose, and she's skinny, and she wearing these wigs, and I mean, he was dragging her. Do you hear me? And then Mariah was like, what, you think she ugly? And people say that she looked like Rihanna, which to me, are you trying to be funny? Because I don't think that Glorilla is ugly by any stretch of the imagination, but I have never heard a single person say this, she looked like Rihanna. Like, I've never heard nobody say that. So anyway, he was like, she looked more like Brianna, like trying to be funny or whatever. So this is how much shit talking he was doing about random women that had nothing to do with nothing, that have nothing to do with your case, and you just on the phone chopping it up with your girlfriend, just talking shit about people for no reason. So after that call got leaked yesterday, Glorilla comes out with a tweet saying, mind you, this is the same dude that is blowing my phone up asking me what color my eyes are. So I said, oh, he's trying to throw Mariah off the scent and make her think that this girl is ugly, but in reality, you've been checking for her. And so the gist is that he was just on the phone talking mad shit about so many people: Kendrick Lamar, QCP, Little Baby's contract. Just even like I said, even Glorilla caught a stray for no reason. How about some interrogation footage came out? This wasn't even a part of this more recent trial that he pled to. For, I don't know if you guys remember, like in 2015, Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up. There was a guy that was affiliated with Young Thug who got arrested for it, who actually did it, and he did 10 years, and he just recently got out. Tell me why a tape came out of Thug basically telling the police that he heard that this particular guy who got arrested for it did it. Mind you, he did it for him. He also was one of his affiliates or whatever. So he's on this is the irony, now that I'm wrapping it all up with a big old ironic bow. The irony of the whole situation is he has been trying to drag Gunna and saying that he hates his guts and trying to label him as a rat, trying to turn the entire industry against this man. Come to find out, you've been ratting. You big king slime, big spider. He has been a rat the entire time. Yes. So that is what was crazy. So they had they had a tape of him basically in the interrogation room after the shooting in 2015, the tour bus shooting. And he was basically telling the police, when I tell y'all the police asked him 45 times, 45 different ways, was he okay talking to them without his lawyer? This man was adamant. When I say adamant that it was okay for them to talk to him without his lawyer, he didn't need no lawyer. They brought him something to eat, and then he started naming names. He started saying, yeah, I heard it was Pee Wee Roscoe, which is the actual guy who shot up the tour bus. He gave them the man's name. And you out here trying to call other people a rat? Do you see how ironic that is? Yeah, so now essentially I say all of that to say he is now known as a rat, which is crazy because again, this is what he was trying to brand his artist as a rat. But what happened is, and also since Gunna has gotten out of jail, he has done nothing but improve himself. Like he's very much into health and fitness. His albums have been hot as hell. He's been separating himself from all of that gang shit, and he has been elevating his health and wellness in addition to his overall brand. So this is like the best thing that could have ever happened to him, is the fact that now people are not talking about him being a rat no more. They talking about the dude who called him a rat being an actual rat. Like, finally, a good day for the good guys. Essentially, that's what I got from it. I'm like, wow, it's not even about this. Like, obviously, again, I'm a civilian. What the hell do I know? Even though I know a little bit. But what the hell do I know? But one thing that I know is that it sucks so bad when it seems like the bad guys and the bad people be winning all the time. Like, I personally hate that. Like, even with, I don't even want to go to politics and stuff like that. We're not even gonna go there, but you already know what I'm talking about. But it always has been a source of contention for me to see people who I view as evil people, bad people, not great people, and they be winning. I'm like, how is it possible for the bad people to win over the good people? But this is not that. This is an instance where the good people prevail, and all you have to do is just be patient, because everything that goes on in the dark will come to light, and this is a prime example of that. So it's gonna be some more stuff that come out. I actually heard today on TikTok that literally they've been leaking shit on this man, phone calls every day. Mind you, he was in jail for almost 2 years, so you know they got so much material. It is so calculated. Whoever is responsible for the releasing of these tapes, it's brilliant, it's calculated, it's strategic. Something tells me the authorities are involved, because who else has it other than them? And they were like, you know what, you still been antagonizing people, you still been kind of you know, being the Joker. He's essentially the Joker of Atlanta. This is my theory. My theory is that the prosecution, the city of Atlanta, whatever, the courts, I think that they're the ones that are releasing this, because again, who else has it is them. And the timeliness of it. Like, they waited until a lot of this shit died down, but they probably are like, okay, this dude is still out here antagonizing people, specifically Gunna, calling people a rat. He even called Kid Cudi a rat for testifying at the Diddy trial. Mind you, he got subpoenaed. He had no other choice. Only thing he could have did is go up there and be like, I plead the fifth. But why would you do that when this man is on trial? This is the same man who blew your car up and abused your dog and did crazy, like, psychological shit to you. Why would you not go and tell the truth on this man? And he called him a rat. So the fact that the man who is supposed to be the supreme gang member dude is now a big rat, it's crazy. It's just like freaking, have y'all ever seen that movie? I forget the name of this freaking movie. Oh, The Departed. If y'all ever seen The Departed with Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, and let me give you, if you haven't seen it, let me spoil it for you right now. Come to find out, the biggest gangster in the movie was a rat the entire time. He was actually the reason why he was able to kind of negate and kind of like avoid prosecution and getting locked up is because he was working with the people the whole time. So this is a very similar example. However, these people were still trying to get him off the streets. So it's just crazy. I had to recap as somebody who lives in Atlanta and has for over 20 years. This is probably some of the juiciest shit I ever heard of coming out of the city. They are calling Atlanta Rat-Lanta, which I don't like that shit. You ain't about to put that on my city. That's one person. We're not gonna put that on my city. But I just find that very interesting. Like I said, there hasn't been anything this juicy for quite some time. So very interesting. I did not see that shit coming, and I'm somebody who followed the trial every other day. Like, it was very interesting. I can go on and on and on, but I just had to talk to y'all about that. The other thing, like I said, the other person that was kind of dominating the news this week was Cardi, because her album is about to come out. Of course, it's rumored that she's pregnant. To me, she looks very much pregnant, full of baby. She was on trial as well. Everybody on trial, everybody going to court. She was on trial for allegedly hitting a lady back in 2018 when she was pregnant with her daughter. Anyway, they acquitted her of those charges, so she was found not guilty. She don't have to pay this $24 million or whatever. She got found not guilty. As she's walking out of the courtroom, somebody says something that was very disrespectful to her, by the way. The dude was like, yeah, Cardi, I heard Offset telling people that he got you pregnant for a fourth time. Do you think that you're going to have any paternity issues between Offset and Stefan Diggs? Do you know that this girl immediately threw a pen at this person? Like, essentially another assault. You're on trial and you just got off for assault. That is not your first time being sued for assault, and then you immediately go out of the courtroom and assault somebody. Like, again, was that a disrespectful question? Absolutely, 100,000%. However, girl, you can't go throwing stuff and putting your hands on everybody who gonna say some shit to you. Like, at this point, you've been famous for a long time now. You should be used to, if nothing else, girl, go to anger management, figure out a way to handle your emotions, because if not, and I know you got money and it's all great and everything is great, but I mean, why would you want to waste your money on lawyer fees and settlements because you got anger problems? Like, you got to do better. I mean, you couldn't even get in the car after you left the courtroom and you already assaulted somebody. So I thought that was some of the dumbest shit I've seen in a long time. And then, of course, later on that day, for some reason, this week she was looking even more pregnant than she was last week, like way more pregnant. And so she did a video where she kind of took off like this belly or something. So people were saying that she's not pregnant and that she's just trolling and getting publicity for her album. But to me, she still looked pregnant. But again, if she is, I hope she has a healthy baby. And I know she got plenty of money and plenty of nannies and plenty of help to take care of it. So anyway, y'all, I said this intro wasn't going to be that long, but you know how I do. Before we get into this thing, go ahead and hit that like button and perhaps share it as well. I would love, I appreciate your guys' support. And with all that being said, let's finally go ahead and get into the actual vlog. So I know I'm out here at Buckhead Village District often, but I didn't know we had a Vuori. And the only reason why I'm even thinking of Vuori or associating this with a recent thought, I suppose, is because I saw some girl on TikTok talk about how Vuori in LA in particular is kind of taking over the not the Lululemons, but the girls who were wearing Lululemon and then start wearing what is it, aloe or whatever. She said that then now in LA the girlies are wearing Vuori. The only time I've ever seen anything about Vuori is YouTube ads. So the fact that we have one at Buckhead Village District is quite interesting. What also is quite interesting is this is my first time coming out here on a Sunday that I can remember, and it looks like the crowd is way lighter. You should stay back, sir. But anyway, I'm about to meet my friend at Taverna, and we're going to yap and catch a vibe and enjoy each other's company. So yeah, on a Sunday. Always love Yeppa's patio and their flowers. Everybody's dogs. Such a beautiful day to be out here. It's bringing in some new art. Oh wow, that's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I like that. Is this Snyder? No, this is Patrick apparently. But anyway, we are here. That's the vibe. And this is the place. So I'm actually coming in so late checking in with y'all because I just got back from a brunch. So shout out to my friend Lori. Hopefully she's watching this, but she and I used to be like super close well over a decade ago. We lost contact, but more recently via social media. Shout out to social media, all the platforms, girl, because they will keep you acquainted with everyone that you're supposed to be acquainted with. But anyway, so she and I just got back reacquainted a couple of months ago, and we decided to go to brunch today. I suggested Taverna because y'all know that's my place. That's like my third spot, if you will. So I suggested Taverna because I try to turn everybody on in my life to Taverna. So we just got back from Taverna and I was in a rush because I was trying so hard not to be late for our reservations today. Today, by the way, is Sunday, which is the day before Labor Day. So normally I don't even go outside like that for real on a Sunday, but I make accommodations for people that I love. So anyway, we just came back from Taverna and I was in such a rush that I could not do a check-in with y'all before I left. So I'm checking in with y'all now that I have come home. So what I wore today is a dress. First of all, shout out to me for wearing my shit, like for not being like a one-wear girl. Like I be wearing my shit and this is probably like the third or fourth time that I've worn this dress. So shout out to me. So I have on this, y'all have seen this a million times, well not a million times, but y'all have seen this quite a few times. This is a knit dress that I got from Fashion Nova. It has a little slit on the side, as well as on this side actually. I have on my favorite sneaker, which is my Stan Smith Adidas. I have on the white with the navy blue pair. Also, one of my favorite purses, my Louis Vuitton Papillon. Love her, she's just my go-to girl, especially for summertime. For some reason, I just love to pull her out. Also, your girl has on two, not one, but two Bottega dupes. So I have on those Bottega dupe glasses that I showed you guys in last week's vlog. When I say obsessed, that would be an absolute understatement. And I realized that I forgot to link that in last week's vlog. So I'll go ahead and link these below for you guys if y'all want to pick them up off Amazon. They're like less than $14. Excuse me. Your girl is old and out of breath. But anyway, so love these, had these on today along with some Bottega dupes. You know, everybody already had these from years ago. That's the only jewelry I have on other than my watch. And then, oh, as far as my scent of the day, I decided to go, I went Kirky because we're in the last days of summer. Kirky to me is just like such a spring summer scent. So I wore Kirky with Peach Skin by Fleur, the body mist. Also, you guys, so we had an amazing brunch. Love her down. Haven't seen her in so long. It was like we never missed a beat. Like literally, like I can go on and on and on. My heart is so full. It was such an amazing brunch, and it was such a, like, we literally caught up like the entire brunch, like had spreads, had mimosas, just had such a good time. And tell me why she actually brought me a gift. Like, I'm like, girl, did you really bring me a gift? But just goes to show, when you have amazing people in your life, they treat you amazingly. And how about, and she also supports my channel, so she knows that, and she knows me, so she knows that I love fragrance. Why did she bring me this fragrance to brunch today? I was already about to cry when I saw her. But the fact that she brought me a fragrance, I was like, wow, oh my God. So we're about to smell this together, actually. Let's open her up. So this is called Just Box. It's by Just Box Perfumes. Sisters Before Misters. I'm so corny, y'all. I'm sorry. But I love that name. And it's an eau de parfum. It's a 2.6 ounce fluid size bottle. So let's open her up. Let's do an unboxing. We are. It's super heavy. I can already tell the packaging is A1, top tier elite. Like, it's not my birthday, but it feels like my birthday. How do you open this? This is so, where did she get this from? I've never heard of this brand, but I know her and I know that she has amazing taste. So I know I'm gonna love it. And today she was wearing what is it? Hibiscus something by Mahaj. Y'all know that brand. It's a very, the girlies, the fragrance girlies love it. And when I tell you, I hugged her and I still smell that on me. So that is an amazing, first of all, it smells amazing, but also the fact that I smell it on me lets you know that it's a very long lasting scent. All right, so I finally figured it out. This, the cover, I took the cover off. This is the packaging. Very beautiful packaging. And it has like these little panties over here on the side. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. And y'all know I love me some pink. Oh, luxurious, honey, luxurious. I love this bottle. Look at the bottle, y'all. It looks like a little record on top of it. This is so cute. Oh, Just Box. So is it like musical? But anyway, let's smell her. She says she wanted somebody else to smell her that she felt like can appreciate this scent. So here we go. I know I'm gonna love it because I already know. Let's smell it. Oh. Lori, are you kidding me? This is a beautiful. How have I never heard of this? How have I never heard of this? What is the scent? It's light, it's sweet. What is this? Sisters Before Misters. A hurricane breaks into the world of pop music, overwhelming, irreverent, volcanic. They deliver the public iconic songs, but moreover, a new vital push made a sisterhood, uniqueness and positivity, inclusiveness, which we love inclusiveness, a motto for all the girls around the world. Created by Andrea and Chiara Votto in London in 1996. Okay, what are the scents? I'm gonna have to look it up online. This smells absolutely amazing. This is like this is such an Ashley scent. It's so girly, it's so sweet, but it's like unique. It's literally, I've never smelled anything like this before. Shut up! And it's from the UK. Y'all, oh my God. Friends. Oh, this smells so amazing. Lori, if you're watching this, thank you so much, y'all. I'm gonna have to find the notes of Just Box perfume, Sisters Before Misters, and put it across the screen so y'all can see it. This smells so damn good. Okay. She's going into the rotation immediately. Oh, it's so soft. It's like, I can't even describe it. It's like soft, like a baby powder, but it also has like this sophistication. It's very hard to describe it. I know I am not the best person at describing scents or fragrances, but this right here, shout out to my friend. Thank you so much. You were the sweetest girl in the world. I love it. And I had such an amazing time today, y'all. Such an amazing time. Oh, I'm full. I'm joyful. Up early on this Labor Day morning to go to Ulta, obviously. Stating the obvious, but they have the 21 Days of Beauty going on, and they have the gel liners from MAC on sale. So hopefully I can cop a couple of those. I've really been wanting like a brown gel liner, so today is like a perfect day. And I also need me some setting spray, so that is what we're here for today. Once again, the online inventory is incorrect because they said they had my fixing spray, my setting spray, but they don't have it. I still cannot get over how cute their new packaging is for their setting powders. Ay, ay, ay. They do have a primer though. I didn't know they made this in a primer. Super Fix, Super Grip Primer. Yeah, no. I need the setting spray. And I need it very badly. Tracy now has pattern body. Very interesting. She got a scrub for $36. This is a very small bottle for $36. 8 ounces. Body cream. $36 as well. Hydrating body lotion. Body wash. Okay, Tracy. These are the options of the brown liners. So I have Nudge the Ink, which is that one, Skip the Waitlist, as well as Sick Tat Bro. I'm thinking the top one and the one right below that. I don't know. So far I have these two. So they're $12.50. They're normally $25, so that's a really good deal. I'm just torn on which two to get. This is what I picked up from Ulta. How about they did have my setting spray? And what's funny is that they said, I checked the inventory online and said they had it. They didn't have it in the area where all the other Revolution makeup stuff was. So I'm going up to the checkout and I see that on an end cap they had this big box and it said Super Fix Revolution Super Hold Fixing Spray. So and the entire box was full with the infallible L'Oreal. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? So when I got to the when I got to the checkout, she was like, did you find everything okay? I was like, by the way, it said you had this, and over there in the box it said this is what was in the box, but it wasn't. Anyway, she was like, oh, it's in the front. So I say all of that to say I got it. And I'm so happy. This is my favorite. This is the best. I don't care what nobody say, what nobody would tell you. There is no better super spray. There is no better setting spray. And that includes the one size Packer Star. Yeah, the Until Dawn. This one is better in my opinion. Only if you like a matte finish though. And now they have it in dewy though. She told me they have, I seen it over there by this one. They had it's a blue bottle and it's dewy. I don't do dewy because I'm a crazy girl. But anyway, I also picked up, this is the one I ended up going with for the MAC gel. Yeah, I'm sorry, my voice sounds crazy. I only probably been up for an hour. I'm thoroughly enjoying today's Labor Day off day. But anyway, for the gel liner, I got the Sick Tat Bro. Just the matte, just the dark brown. You can't go wrong with that. I was thinking about the glitter one too, but I decided against it because I was like, yeah, when are you ever going to get glitter? Oh, and since I was in Cobb County this morning, let me show y'all this is what I was listening to on my podcast. Let me show you what else I got. I got some Whataburger. Today is technically not a cheat day, but it is, but it ain't. I heard everybody on TikTok talk about, y'all know I love me some Whataburger, but I heard everybody on TikTok talk about how Whataburger has amazing pancakes and they're homemade and they're fresh to order and blah, blah, blah. So I picked them up and it just so happens that I had a free reward on my app, so I didn't even have to pay for it. So I got some pancakes from Whataburger and some bacon and some syrup in the bag. And I got what I needed from Ulta. Today has been a great morning so far. Let's keep that thing going. Back at one of my favorite plazas so I can get threaded. Girl, when I tell you I am tired of looking like Teen Wolf. I'm aging myself. If you know Teen Wolf, then you are an auntie as well. But anyway, out here to get brow and lip threading. And since we're out here, maybe stop at TJ Maxx. We shall see. If you're in Atlanta looking for a great thread place, highly recommend Unique Brows across the street from Pond City Market. Might as well stop over here since we're next door. Y'all, my brows look so good. Y'all will see them. Nice man outside playing the harmonica. What is it giving? My new favorite area in the store. That's not too great of a deal. Y'all know how I feel about the nail shop. But I can't take it no more. I'm missing a nail. I broke a nail the other day and it is what it is. But I promise you, I'm trying to get into press-ons one of these days. So I just pulled up at my favorite vintage store, pre-owned store. Y'all know I've taken y'all here so many times before. But 2nd Street here in the A. So I am on the hunt for some rugbies. As you guys know, rugbies are all the rage for fall. And I'm not spending full price. So something tells me that they're going to probably have some overpriced rugbies if I can get the word out of my mouth. Y'all, I told y'all, why you gotta pay to park over here now? It's crazy. But you don't have to pay if you park over there, which is where I parked. But anyway, hopefully we can find us some cute, affordable, vintage. See what the vibes are. That's a Louis luggage up there. Now the Celine bags are back in style. Python, 1100. Never pull. Guess this is where the rugbies would be. This is where all the long sleeves are. I love anything that is damier monogram eclipse, like my luggage. This is pretty reasonably priced, $800 for the Belize. This is interesting. I am a pony hair aficionado. Who made this? Tom Ford. $750. I don't need a fanny pack, but it's beautiful. Of course, this has definitely drawn my attention. Oh shit, I'm about to drop it. She's so pretty. 1500 vintage Murakami. Loving this lambskin Chanel vintage. 2500. This is a piece Python Real Cambon lambskin. 3500. Y'all tripping. Python boy, 26. More YSLs. So it is Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. I was about to say Saturday morning. I wish, but I have been moving so slow on Saturdays lately. So it's actually almost 2 p.m. and I'm just now about to leave the house, but don't tell nobody. Of course, I don't have to necessarily be anywhere at a certain time. So I don't know why even on the weekend, my brain thinks that I need to be on a schedule, but essentially I just really like to get out and do my errands early. So that way I can like avoid a lot of traffic and things like that and just get it done early so I can relax in the afternoon. I don't know why I felt the need to explain that, But that's what I'm telling myself as I'm like, girl, why are you just now about to leave the crib and it's 2 o'clock on Saturday? But you can do what you want to do. It is indeed a free country. Anyway, y'all, I'm sharing my inner thoughts with y'all, as I typically do. But I'm checking in with y'all real quick. Of course, I'm about to go hit these here streets. I need to go to, I need to go to Dollar Tree. I need to go to Ulta. Of course, Ulta is having their 21 Days of Beauty still going on. And they have one of my favorite mascaras is on sale for half off today. And I think it's like $14. So that is the Tarte Double XL. Is it tubing mascara, the Tartelette? Anyway, I'll show y'all. But that mascara is on sale for half off today at at Ulta. So definitely want to go to Ulta. Y'all, honestly, I need to go to Target. I need to go to Target. So, and I'm not making any apologies for that because I don't go to Target nearly as much as I used to. But anyway, in the errands and not spending much money, I probably won't even spend $20 in Target. But I need to go to Target to pick up some cleaner. And what else I need? I need some, I might spend more than that. Who cares? I mean, not who cares, but I'm going to get what I need, and that's it at Target. I need like some face cream. I need some face wash, stuff like that. So Target, Dollar Tree, like I said, Ulta. Oh, I don't know if I said Dollar Tree, but Dollar Tree and Ulta. And we'll see wherever else the wind blows us. Also, I need to take something back to Publix. So of course I'm going to go to Publix, but I damn near go to Publix every single day, girl. So what's new? Also, I probably stop somewhere and get something to eat. Kind of got a craving for Chili's. I know I be killing some Chili's, y'all, and I don't even want the burger that I normally get. I have a craving for the triple dipper. If you know, you know. Yeah, so I feel like I could eat that for lunch as well as some leftovers for dinner. Let me show y'all what I'm wearing so I can get the H up out of here. So I have on this, I think this is an ASOS dress. So this is just the ASOS t-shirt dress, and it has a little split on the side. I also have those new Superfly Air Superfly Nikes that I just recently got. Yeah, I know, of course, I have on my favorite bag. What's new there? I have on my yellow diamond Jesus pendant, my diamond pendant. I have my watch on with Lisa Gosselin. So that's it, but it's more so about what I smell like right now, y'all. So, you know, I gotta tell you, I'm calling this a triple combination, like a pre-fall scent combo. Scent trio, pre-fall. So we started off with, after the shower, Angel. You know, I love me some Inner Angel. I know I've only had it for a week now. However, I am absolutely in love. And this is the dupe for Angel Sheer. So I got this on the body cream that I just picked up. I showed y'all in last week's vlog from Bath & Body Works. Highly recommended, Inner Angel. So I have that on as my body cream or lotion. And then on top of that, I have on Fleur's Caramel Skin. You can never really see the names on these bottles. Fleur's Caramel Skin. I just love this. I know this is probably too sweet for a lot of people, so I don't even, woo, hit me right in the back of my throat. I don't necessarily recommend this one. If I were to recommend a Fleur body mist, I would go with Vanilla Skin, or I would go with, what's the other one? Peach Skin. I love me some peach skin too, y'all. This one is a little too sweet, but I like it. So if you love really sweet fragrances, then you will love this. So that's Caramel Skin. And then to top it all off, the creme de la creme of the trio, Kayali. As Keiko used to say, paper, rock, scissors, but this is Kayali, of course. This is one of my favorites, Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar number 42. Absolutely love this. So I'm giving very much like pre-fall, almost fall, but not quite fall. And really you can transition this into fall and winter too. But anyway, that's what I smell like today. With all that being said, girl, let's get the H up out of here. Let's go run some errands. Now, given this little plaza over here on Howard Mill in Atlanta, if you know, you know, it's a very desirable plaza. I mean, you see what we have. Home Goods. No, I've never been there. Ulta, as well as TJ Maxx. Now, here's the thing. It's turning into Costco. It took me like 10 minutes to get a parking spot today. Now, granted, it is like 2:16 on a Saturday. However, for it to take 10 minutes to get a parking spot, I know this is a small parking lot too, but it's definitely giving very much Costco. The Costco parking wars that I talk about so often. But anyway, now we're here. So this is what I came for. here. They still have some. Is this the full size? It feels so light. So I'm thinking they tripping. Like, I'm really thinking they tripping because I'm like, this one feels so light and they have it on display. And I'm like, that's not the full size, but it wasn't the full size. I don't know why they have that one on display because that is not the full size, but they do have this one on sale. So I'll be picking this up. They also have the MAC matte lipsticks. Oh, maybe I need to get me a taupe. They're on sale for $12.50. Can't beat that. So all the Otis have been sold out of my baby, which I know is my super fix, my holy grail setting spray, but they have it back now, and there's like a whole freaking new collection. Bitten cherry, seriously deliciously dark collection. So they have the rose bacon powder, they now have the super grip and a primer, which I need to try. Something tells me it's gonna make me a little bit too matte. And then they have some glosses, some stains, and some liquid lipsticks. I love Revolution makeup, y'all. This is like one of my favorite drugstore or kind of like not so high brand. Okay, so back to Revolution makeup. Here's the thing. I came for some banana powder and they don't have any, but they do have this peach. I've never tried it, so I'm not gonna do an experiment today, but it's interesting to know. And of course, like I said before, I really love their new packaging. It looks a little bit more chic, and a little bit more high-end than having like that black top. And then they also have the super fix. If you don't like matte, they have it in a dewy, and I'm sure it's amazing because this is just, you can't literally, they should pay, they need to give me a promo, or what you call it, they need to hire me, do an ad campaign, because that's how much I love that freaking setting spray. I don't think I've ever seen this brand about face before. This is new. This looks really interesting. I also love LA Girl. That's probably another one of my favorite drugstore brands. But they have this Pro Perfect Oil Control Multitasking Setting Spray. That looks really interesting, and it's a larger bottle because sometimes these only be like an ounce. This one is 3.55, so it's similar to the Makeup Revolution one. I'm gonna try this on one day. Oil Control, and it's blurry matte. Ooh, and it's $9. I like that price. I love that brand. That's like my favorite concealer. I love that concealer. But since they don't have banana powder, maybe I'll grab a Morphe banana powder. So I've ran out of my MAC, what is it? Whatever that lip liner is we always wear. I don't know why. Is it corked? Which one, y'all? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the brown MAC lip liner, I ran out, but I need to get me a new one. But I heard the girlies on TikTok say that the Juvia's Place is everything. I've never had anything from Juvia's Place. So if y'all have used their lip liner, or if you have like a creamy lip liner that is going to actually stay on your lip for us brown girls, let me know. Have you tried Juvia's Place? Because the MAC one works fine for me, and of course I use NYX too, but I'm looking for something else. So let me know, because what I got right now is not working. It's too dark. So I am going to try one of these just for the hell of it, but which one do y'all recommend? I saw somebody using this rose, but it's saying it's for fair to medium, and this one is saying light to tan. I don't know. I think I just need to stick to my banana. Damn, I wish they had it. You know, it used to be my favorite place. Now, not so much, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So look who does have the Revolution banana powder. These damn people. But hey, we need it, so we gotta get it. I'm just looking for some Dr. Bronner's. Here we go. This is what I need. I love this stuff. I wash my face with it and everything. I know that probably is not the best thing to do, but it works for me. I love it. Next stop, I can't resist, especially when they have an BOGO. So I'm gonna need that. They're so moist and delicious. Hey.
And
I mean, white chocolate raspberry.
Most pranks are harmless,
especially from strangers.
But I just hate them.
I'm in I'm on South Cobb Drive randomly over here in Cobb County trying to find a Dollar Tree, but I just ran into this. This is Nam de Nam, which is a farmer's market, like a international farmer's market. I just think this is so beautiful how they painted this on the side of their building. Like, I just had to share. So freaking pretty. Okay.
First he was questioned and then
Easily influenced I am. I was just watching my friend Jackie, who also goes by Lush. She used to go by Lush Beauty, but I think she's just Jacqueline now, her name. But anyway, I just saw her on TikTok and she was going to like this Spanish bakery in New York. So instantly that made me want some empanadas. And since I'm in Smyrna, you know, there's a lot of Spanish restaurants over here. So I'm about to pull up at a random bakery that I just found on Yelp and grab some empanadas. Easily influenced. So this is the place. It's called El Salvador Bakery. It's in like deep West Cobb. But something tells me it's gonna be really good because there are actual El Salvadorians in here eating. They gotta be good. Oh my goodness, y'all, they got everything. Is that cornbread? What is that? Y'all know I am a true fatty at heart and I love the bakery, but I came for the empanadas. Cheese danishes. This is intriguing. It smells good in here. So they also have like a full like little snack section up in here with some authentic beverages. Oh, that tropical look good. That lemon crush look good. But I know I wouldn't be able to open it because I don't have one of those openers. I got a piece of that. I'm gonna show y'all. It was actually cornbread, but I just tasted it and it tastes kind of like pound cake. So I'm glad I got it. There's a little person. Let's see what else y'all got. Some champagne, soda, or sangria flavored soda. Ooh, I bet that's good. A little healthcare section, and they even have medicine behind the counter. But yeah, we'll see what the empanadas are giving. I got 2. This is what the empanadas are giving. They are super duper fresh, like piping hot fresh. It almost smell like they came, like I got these from the fair. So yeah, I'm about to try these right now. Let's see what it's giving. I feel like I would say that I need some sauce. Oh, they do give you sauce. I know I'm not gonna like that. But I feel like you do need some kind of sauce with it, but I don't like a lot of, like, something tells me that's spicy. But let's see what it's giving. Hey y'all, hey, so just coming in to end off the vlog. I just got in from doing all my errands, and how about it just started raining, like pouring down, raining out of nowhere. Like, I've been looking at the forecast, like I look at the weather app damn near every single day, and it did not say it was supposed to rain today. And if it did, it said it was like a very slight chance. But the fact that it like poured down raining and it was raining for a while, I was like, what's going on? So of course that made traffic even that much worse. So it took me so long to get home. But I'm home now, and because it was raining, I am so sleepy. So I just plan on having a seat, watching that Netflix documentary about the kids in school. And I already heard what happened on it. It's already been spoiled for me, and I forget the name of it. I was gonna tell y'all about it too. I'm sure y'all probably already watched it, but I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all. It's already been spoiled for me, but I'm still gonna watch it. I haven't watched it yet. I'm like, what? That's what happened? Oh my God. But if you know what Netflix I'm talking about, documentary, comment down below, let me know. It's something about some 13-year-old girl and boy that are in high school, and they start getting like harassed, text messages or whatever, and the plot is, anyway, I'm not even gonna spoil it for y'all because like I said, it's been spoiled for me, but I'm still gonna watch it because I'm like, what? I need to see this unfold. But anyway, when I was out, another one of the Young Thug tapes came out. On this particular call, or on this particular tape, is him and Mariah the Scientist talking, of course. And on this tape, he's now talking about Future. So they're calling him Lady Whistle. What's her name? Lady Whistledown from, girl, like literally my brain has stopped working. This is crazy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. what's that show? Bridgerton, girl. Like, what is going on? So anyway, they're calling Young Thug Lady Whistledown or Gossip Girl. And you know Gossip Girl, if you did watch it, then you know the Gossip Girl actually was a guy, and he was the guy that you least expected. But anyway, on this particular call, Young Thug is on the phone talking to Mariah the Scientist about Future. The reason why this is controversial is because Future is supposed to be his really good friend. He really wasn't dogging him out. It was more so him talking about how he is a kind of a deadbeat dad. And he didn't call him a deadbeat dad in those words, but he basically said that Future is more focused on the women and chasing HOEs than his kids, essentially. And then he was like, you know, if he wanted to be like, comparing him to like Bob Marley, and he was saying that Bob Marley had like 20 something kids, but he didn't have as many baby mamas, and all of his kids, like allegedly he was very instrumental in all of his kids' lives. And the reason why that is, it's hard to disagree with that, because just this week, Sierra, or I don't know who announced it, but basically people found out this week that Sierra's son Future has, his legal last name has been changed to Wilson, which obviously is Russell Wilson's last name. And it's like, really, Future? Like, you know, he had to agree to that, or he had to sign off for that. So essentially you allow this man to adopt your son. It's probably the best thing for your son, because clearly you are probably an absentee father. But it just goes to show, it was just fun. The timing was crazy, because like I said, that just came out this week that Future's last name was changed to Wilson. And then your homeboy is on the phone call dragging you about your parenting skills. So I thought that was very interesting. But it's going to be a lot more stuff coming out about this. Like, they're gradually releasing this audio, and it is just chef's kiss. It's very juicy. It just goes to show that men gossip, if not as much as women, probably even more. And this is a prime example of that. But anyway, y'all, like I said, I'm so tired, and it's only 6 o'clock. You would think that it's midnight, the way that my body is like, it's giving very much auntie. But anyway, if you made it to the end of the vlog, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, of course. And I will see you guys and dolls in the next vlog.